Very. There's a lot of people overlooking him. We're not. Anthony's not. You know, you look at the independent rankings, he's ranked number 3 in the world. You've got Joshua, Wilder, then Povetkin. Only lost once to Klitschko on points. Former Olympic heavyweight gold medalist himself. Very tough fight, arguably the toughest of Anthony's career so far.
If you hadn't been forced as a mandatory, do you reckon you would have had to have faced him at some point?
No, we wouldn't choose to fight Povetkin because he's one of those guys, like I said, you walk around here, you speak to people in boxing, they're all saying, it's a tough fight, But the man on the street will say, oh, Joshua will beat him easy. So you might not always get the credit of beating an Alexander Povetkin, but people in the game know how tough this is. So in that respect, he's someone you'd certainly choose to avoid as a voluntary opponent, but he's the mandatory challenger. He's ranked number 1 with the WBO and the WBA, and Anthony's got to take care of him.
Was this
No, we've got strict vital testing in place here, and some time ago, obviously, he served his ban, and we're confident with the procedures we've got in place, and confident that Anthony can overcome him at Wembley Stadium.
And how do you see the fight going?
I think it's going to be interesting. I think for 5 or 6 rounds, it's going to be very tough. I think it could be nip and tuck. I wouldn't be surprised to see both guys hurt in this fight, but I think Anthony will, at some point, sting him in this fight. He'll be super sharp, and I think he'll be a devastating knockout. I think we're going to get an aggressive performance from Anthony Joshua in this fight, and I wouldn't be surprised to see some Klitschko drama that we saw, back at Wembley in April last year happen again this year, and something very special about being at Wembley. We'll have over 80,000 in. Anthony Joshua has had over 300,000 at his last 4 fights, which is incredible, and always a special night, magical time for British boxing. Well, I hope it happens. I think they might announce next week because they're obsessed with AJ, so they'll try and run an announcement that week. Whether it happens or not, 50-50. I hope it does. It's a good fight for the division, and I expect Wilder to come through that and hopefully set up a massive fight with Joshua next week.
Do you think it's too early for Fury?
Oh yeah, everyone knows that. I mean, but listen, fair play to him. He's taking the money and the chance. Why wouldn't you? So, but I think everybody in boxing knows, and Tyson knows this has come too early. But sometimes you've got to grab a chance.
If he loses, does that fight with AJ fall
That's
through?
a real problem because Wilder will have a rematch clause with Fury, so then we wouldn't see Wilder Joshua for probably a year or so. So we'll see.
And if Fury loses?
Yeah, then we'd love to make it next. But we sent them an email a week ago saying that we signed a contract on all the terms you agreed, and you haven't come back to us. Can you tell us why not? Or if you want new terms, let us know. They don't really want the fight. They see a much easier fight in the Wilder fight, the Fury fight, than the Joshua fight. But they've done a great job using Joshua's name to raise their profile, and I would have done the same, and it's worked.
What happens to the AJ Fury fight if Tyson goes?
It's over. I mean, if he gets knocked out in that fight, the Joshua fight's over because of all the mandatory fights he's got to have with all the belts. So if he was to go on to fight Wilder, he literally has a mandatory every time he fights. So the Fury fight would probably be dead in the water.